Right now, in your kitchen, there is one food, just one, that could keep you alive completely on its own for over a year. No vitamins, no supplements, nothing else. And I know how that sounds. So did the man who proved it. He ate that single food and nothing else for an entire year, and came out the other side healthier than when he started. But here's the part that should scare you. Pick the wrong food, and that exact same experiment turns into a nightmare. Your gums blacken, your teeth fall out. Old wounds you healed years ago slowly tear back open, your body literally coming apart at the seams. It's a death that killed more people than every storm, shipwreck, and sea battle in history combined. And it all comes down to one tiny missing ingredient. So, could you survive on a single food? Which one keeps you alive the longest? And what exactly happens to your body if you pick wrong? Stick with me, because the answer ends up explaining something weirdly beautiful about why you can't stop craving something different for dinner. Here's why this should be flat out impossible. To stay alive, your body needs around 40 separate things it cannot make on its own. And if you run out of even one, a specific part of you starts to fail. No vitamin A, you go blind. No iron, and you're exhausted just standing up. No vitamin C, well, you just heard what that does. And here's the kicker. There is no food on Earth that has all 40. Nature never built a perfect food. So every one-food diet is a ticking clock. The only question is, which food has the longest fuse? Not kale. Not salmon. Not some superfood. The answer is the most boring thing in your kitchen. The potato. It sounds like a joke until you look inside one. Carbs for energy, surprisingly good protein, fiber, potassium, and the thing that quietly saves your life, vitamin C, the exact nutrient that takes down almost everyone else who tries this. Add a splash of milk for some fat, and the humble potato gets shockingly close to a food a human can genuinely live on. Close enough that people have bet their bodies on it. In 2010, a man named Chris Voigt ate nothing but potatoes for 60 days, about 20 a day. Everyone expected him to get sick. Instead, his cholesterol dropped 67 points, and he lost 21 pounds. Then an Australian named Andrew Taylor took it further. He ate only potatoes for an entire year. And it worked. He lost 115 pounds. His blood pressure normalized. Even his depression lifted. A year on one single food, and the man got healthier. So, just eat potatoes forever? Not so fast. Because to see how dangerous this game is, you have to meet the people who chose wrong. For 300 years, a killer at sea terrified sailors, more than storms, more than pirates. A crew would set out perfectly healthy, and a few weeks later, the men would start to change. First, a strange exhaustion. Then their gums turned black and their teeth fell out. Their skin bruised at the lightest touch. And then the truly nightmarish part. Old wounds that had healed years before would slowly split back open, as if their bodies were quietly unstitching themselves. And then they died. The disease was scurvy, and the cause was almost too simple to believe. The absence of one single nutrient, vitamin C. Without it, your body can't make collagen, the glue holding your skin, your gums, your blood vessels together. So you literally come apart at the seams. Between 1500 and 1800, scurvy killed an estimated 2 million sailors, more than storms, shipwrecks, and naval battles combined. All from missing one thing a single potato would have handed them for free. The cure, when it came, was almost a punchline. citrus. The British Navy started handing out limes, which is the actual reason British sailors are still called limeys. So here's where we land. There is no perfect food. Every single one runs out of something, and that something can be the difference between thriving and your teeth falling out of your skull. By every rule of nutrition, living on one food is just a slow countdown. And yet, your body already knew that, long before anyone discovered vitamins. Because here's the part that genuinely changed the way I think about eating. Have you ever noticed that no matter how much you love a food, if you eat only that food meal after meal, it slowly starts to taste like nothing? The fifth slice of pizza is never as good as the first. Scientists have a name for it: sensory-specific satiety, and it is not random. The pleasure drops the more you eat, while a completely different food suddenly sounds amazing again. In studies, just adding variety makes people eat up to 44% more. We treat that like a flaw, like we're just being greedy or weak. But flip it around. For 2 million years, your ancestors couldn't read a nutrition label. So evolution built the label into your tongue. That boredom isn't weakness. It's a survival system, quietly steering you toward variety so you never run out of any single nutrient. So you never get scurvy. So your teeth stay in your head. Your cravings are smarter than you are. So, could you survive on one food? For a while, yes. Pick the potato, and you'd last a shockingly long time. Pick wrong, and your body quietly begins dismantling itself, one missing nutrient at a time. But the real answer is the one your body has been whispering to you your whole life. You were never meant to eat just one thing. So the next time you're standing in front of a full fridge, weirdly unable to decide what you want, that's not indecision. That's 2 million years of survival instinct doing its job. Your boredom is keeping you alive. And if you found that as fascinating as I did, you're exactly the kind of curious person this channel is for. So do me a quick favor, hit subscribe, and come wonder with me again.